welcome back to Bachelor Buzz, the best place to come for recaps on your favorite reality TV dating show and the latest in Bachelor Nation news. We're your hosts, Arena.
And Julia, and today we are going to be doing a double recap since this is a double episode week, the only one on the roster. Thank you, ABC, because I cannot do
Cannot go.
5 hours of content every week. The 3 on Monday is already rough. I told you, Arena, but I haven't shared with our listeners. I have pregnancy insomnia. So if I don't fall asleep when the magnesium kicks in, I am like totally awake all night and it sucks. So yeah, I definitely can't stay up too late. But it was fun. I think this is a fun week. I'm drinking a iced coffee right now, half decaf. How about you, Arena? Any buzzing
No,
happening?
I have sparkling water in my water bottle.
Actually, tonight you might get a little buzz because we're going out tonight.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
So we're gonna see each other, guys, and tonight. But we're doing virtual right now. But we are. We have met in person since I've been here. So.
Yes, we already got the kids together.
Yes.
And tonight
Pop
we
some
will have
shop.
so much fun. Yeah. I'll be sober, but I will probably buy you a shot or a margarita just because you deserve it, Arena. I'm excited. Yeah. And we'll make sure to our followers, you're gonna hear this tomorrow, but hopefully you caught all of our crazy snaps last night or our Instagram stories and stuff last night. And yeah, anyway, so I'm so excited to do that tonight with you, Arena. But yes, we are talking about the 2-episode week, episode 2 and 3 tonight. The Goldens join and drama unfolds. So let's get to it, right, Arena?
Let's go. Let's
talk
do
about
it.
Mm-hmm.
So starting out episode 2, things have been flipped because the last episode, at the end of it, we had the women giving out the roses and some of the men went home. So now it is going to be the guys giving out roses to the women. And now it's like the table has turned and we do see some of the men flipping the script here.
Oh,
Specifically, can we focus on Brian and Zoe?
Man, I hate to say it, but like I was nervous that Zoe would kind of fall back into the not fall back maybe, but like there's a certain like level of anxiety around her. Like I wasn't surprised to see that she was kind of looking for more validation from Brian and he did not give it. Like the next morning he was very cold and she picked up on that and she in turn got very cold. So we saw a lot of awkwardness between those two and it did not end there. It was kind of the whole episode. One thing I will say though, Arena, did you catch the intros? The intros are so different. And I think that's something that I talked about last time where it's like, I hope they keep the intros. What did you think about it? Did you like them?
I liked it because it wasn't like super corny. It was just kind of, I thought it was nicely shot and I like how, I just liked the way they did it. And they used the song that they always use, and
I'm very glad they kept the song. I was a little sad. I kind of wanted that same corniness, like because the rest of the show is so much less corny. I was like, they gotta keep it. That was kind of like the funny thing about Paradise. It was always like a spoof almost of dating shows, but I don't know. I mean, they were like they each had each contestant come up and do something silly. So at least they did that. Yeah. But yeah, I just had to draw attention to that.
So we go into it, and in the beginning of the episode, I believe the first ones to show up are Ali Joe and Parisa, who are from Grant's season of The Bachelor. And as we all may remember, Ali Joe and Zoe got into it a little bit because Ali Joe was just really miffed by how Zoe kind of handled herself on that show. Although that's just Zoe. She doesn't do it intentionally, and I just think they don't click together.
Yeah.
So Zoe pulls them aside though when they first get there And she's basically like telling them who's with who, and she's like, and then Brian, don't touch my man, basically.
It was a little much, I
It was too
think.
much. He's
It was
not
too
your
much,
man.
especially after him being so
Yeah,
distant. I would
yeah.
not try and claim that man. I'd be like, "Hey,
No.
go for it."
Yeah.
So I hate to say it, but I just think Zoe is like, I don't think she's right for this kind of show. She needs to be Bachelorette. If they're gonna
Yeah.
try and give her a chance at love, she
Yes.
needs to be Bachelorette because she cannot like be competing over
Yeah.
guys. I think it's hard for her.
And I just feel like she deserves better than that because she also gets invested, which there's nothing wrong with, but she's going to give her time and energy to someone, which is a very nice and admirable thing, of course.
Mhm.
But with a lot of these guys that we're seeing, including Brian, this is just an opportunity for him to get with whoever's the hottest in his mind and stay on the show. And the fact that he also tried to gaslight her when she brought it up to him,
Uh,
basically saying that
yeah.
it was her making a big deal out of it when we saw the
Yeah.
footage.
Mhm.
Excuse me? Like, it's really
Yeah.
tough. She deserves way better than him, and
Yeah.
it was hard to watch her I feel like kinda just try to hang on to him. I was just like, "No, you're."
And it just like persists too long, you know?
Yes. Yes.
However, I did think so, like, we've been talking about how like this is the early part of the season, like they need to be open to other people. So I think you and I were both pretty happy that they had this like sexual chemistry 7 minutes in heaven
Oh,
type
yeah. That was a good game.
competition, like
Mhm.
that's the kind of thing that Love Island did. And
Mhm.
Love Island is different though. They make well, at least what I've seen. I'm not an avid Love Island watcher, but I've seen it, and like they have everybody make out with everybody, and
Yes,
then
they
they
do.
rate it or something like that. And like in this case, it was much more of like a swipe right situation. So you only made out with people who you swiped right on mutually. Which on one hand, I'm like, okay, that's nice. It's definitely less raunchy than what Love Island turns out to be, because then everyone's confused on Love Island. But like
Yeah.
this, I felt like it was either you only choose your person or you're swiping right on everybody.
Yes.
So it kind of limits the ability for them to really explore those other options if their mindset is already one and done. I've met my person, like
Mhm.
Spencer and Jess, they were not going to go swipe right on anybody else. They were done, and they're together, which is fine because they actually like are doing well.
Yeah,
But it also, I do think that it's the show's point to like try the connections, and then if you end up together, then like this is true. So it was kind of annoying to see that, like, Jonathan and Alex, or no, I think Alex only swiped right on like Jonathan and Dale, right? Or
yeah.
something. And then like Jonathan's over there swiping right on everybody. Same with
Mhm.
Brian, same with Jeremy. Like most of the guys were swiping right on everybody. Dale lucked out. I don't think he swiped right on everybody, but he got to make out with everybody. Anyone he wanted
Everyone was sweet
to.
as Dale.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
do we
that was
think
funny
about
because
his connections? What do you think?
it was interesting with that is that also with Jeremy, there was only one person, right? That he ended up, even though he swiped right on all of
Mhm.
them,
Ugh,
it was only Bailey that he
awkward.
ended up kissing
Yeah, and that's
everyone
the
else.
only person that was
Yeah.
interested in him.
And then like the producer guy comes in, he's like, all right, that's it. You can go now. It's like,
Jeremy, I hate to say it, but I was glad to see him batting zeros a little bit on this double episode
bring
week.
it
Like,
down a little bit, dude.
it's amazing that
A little humble
Bailey,
pie.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, Bailey, girl, she's a sweetheart. She
Yes.
definitely sees the good in people.
Yes.
I remember liking Jeremy on Jen's season towards the end. Remember, we liked him,
Yeah, we
but
started
now I
to.
am not really a fan of what he's doing on the show. And honestly, I'm probably jumping the gun because I'm speaking more on his performance last night. So we'll get to it. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I do think that Dale, he kissed who? Allie Joe,
Kelly Joe, Cat.
Alex,
Alex,
Kat, and
and
Zoe.
Zoe, yes.
Mhm.
So
And
he was
like,
intentional. These are the ones we knew he
yes,
had
it was
interest
good. That
in.
was good for
Yeah,
him. I
yeah.
feel like Dale's definitely going to end up with somebody
Yes.
because he's actually doing it right.
He's doing it right. He's
Yeah.
giving it a chance. He's talking to different people, but then he will sit there, and I love the way he put this not last night, but on Monday when he saw a cat across the room one night at the bar, and he just got distracted and lost in her
Hmm.
while he was talking, and he's like, and that's when
Yeah.
I knew.
Yeah.
Like that he
It
was
was
thinking
really sweet.
cat. I love that. And then you have all the other guys that are like, yeah, I don't know.
Right.
We'll
It's just like
see. Like,
whatever way the wind blows.
yeah. I'm
Um,
like, this is also maturity too, guys.
but he also
I'm
gave a
36.
yeah, and he also gave a very fair shot to Allie Joe
He
though. Like
did.
they had a lot of talks.
Mhm.
And I think at the end, he just felt like, as you said, he felt that connection more with Kat, but like he didn't close himself off to Kat. He
Mhm.
didn't jump to Allie Joe just because she was hot and new.
Mhm. Yep.
And even with Zoe, like he was open to talking to her again. But I think
Mhm.
after, a little bit of time, he had to kind of break it off with her and just be upfront with her and like, listen, Kat is my focus. And again, that is the kind of thing that we want to see on the show. You
Yes.
gotta test it. But yeah, so I was happy about that. That was a good chemistry finding thing
Yes. No,
for
I
those
thought
who
it was
tried it.
good.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really liked that game. So we do see also in this episode more with the drama of Brian and Parisa and Zoe. Parisa gets that one-on-one date, so she does ask Brian, of course, and we know that goes well. Allie Joe has a one-on-one date, and she asks Jonathan,
Yeah.
and they go. And
I
then
was I was like sad that that didn't turn out. I feel
I
like
was
that could have been really
surprised.
cute.
Yeah, I was
I
really
was surprised he chose Alex.
yeah, he should have just chose Ally Joe. Then he
I
would still have
know.
someone that
He would
sorry.
definitely be in a better position. Like, I think the thing with Alex, and I really liked her in Grant season, but I
Mhm.
think that we're seeing that it's kind of, it feels to me that like her play is like to be silly and fun and like kind of like she almost puts herself a little bit in the friend zone. So
Mhm.
it's like they kind of did that to each other. So maybe it was more of just like a comfort thing. Like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
comfortable with her. She's like a friendly, cool, fun girl. But
yeah.
really, like, they're both looking for more. He needs to remember that he's looking for like a partner. So I don't know.
I don't know
Did
with him
something happen with Ally Joe?
and this is no no, we didn't see anything on
Maybe it's because
camera
she was trying to focus
for
more on
Dale.
Dale. That's
Yeah,
probably it.
she
Yeah.
kinda put him to the wayside. But I feel like with Jonathan, I just feel like, and this is not insult to him, but this happens with anyone. When you're with someone that you're not as into, you kind of just mail it in. And I never really felt like I saw a lot of passion in his eyes or in his body language when he was with Alex. I mean, she would say something like she wants to see how this goes, or say something like that. And would you be like, yeah, I want to see how this goes. Does that sound like, I mean, I just feel like there would have been a
Yeah.
more there.
Yeah.
And, I just I don't know, I haven't seen that with anyone yet with him. So I don't know what's going
Nope.
on, and that's okay, he doesn't have to be with people, but I almost feel like and we'll talk about this more, but I don't know. We'll get to it. But anywho,
Yeah.
so basically, someone else comes in and there is, some surprise with that because we do have Justin here on the
Yes.
show.
Let's talk about Justin.
Yeah.
So he, Lexi kept Justin. Is that how it played out? I'm already getting confused, guys. There's so much of
Um,
a timeline that we're trying to keep in order.
yeah, she kept Justin.
So Lexi kept Justin, and he took that as like, okay, things are moving forward. But
Mhm.
then they don't really talk, right? And then she tells him, let's make sure we're talking to other people.
Yeah, she basically was like, "Let's cool it for now," and he was kinda like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what?" And she was like, "Yeah, I don't wanna get
Yeah.
involved with this."
And we do
And
need to talk about the updates that we've seen on social media. So let's just talk a little bit more about them. like the whole thing. But then before we end this segment of the episode 2 recap, we'll chat about what the update is with them. But yeah, so Lexi keeps Justin. They don't really talk. She tells him, let's talk to other people. And then Susie
Susie
comes.
comes on island.
I just like, I'm upset. Honestly, I'm upset they brought her. I feel like
For
it's
drama.
just not a good move. Like, it's so early in the season. I don't want to see emotional, sad drama. I want to see happy, like, get to know you, fun dates, a little bit of drama.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't want to see people who are emotionally broken
Mhm.
yet. Not yet, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. It's episode 2. And like, it's just, that is not Love Island. Like, that's not what you get on Love Island. Love Island is all new people.
Mhm.
It's just all fun and games.
Mhm.
This is just, it's too heavy, and these people are fresh. It's not like, oh, we were on the same season, or, like I was a runner up on the season or something. It's like, this is so fresh, and they were best friends. And like, you can tell there's so much, like they had a very deep connection. It's not like they were just dating. They were really close.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing, but it's just not something that we need to like watch them have turmoil over.
Yeah. I don't want to see that.
It made me upset. Like, they should have brought them on after one of them
Left.
already left or had a relationship, kind of like how I don't know if you watched the season where we had Joe, grocery store Joe, and then Kendall came on, but he
I
was
heard
already
about.
with Serena.
I heard
And it was a closure thing. It was kind of, I think I remember it was a little weird, but like it was not as much of like a, like, I'm so confused thing. It was more just like, let's move on, you
that.
know? And I just feel like that's what it should have been. Like, you give one of them a chance to do this process.
Yeah.
Ugh, anyways, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. That's all I
It's
have to
all
say about
about
that.
the
Yeah.
drama. They want to, it's a TV show, so I hear what you're saying, and I know that we all know they did this on purpose to incite some drama there, of
Yeah.
course, and it was a lot of emotion, as you're saying. I really didn't want to see it. There were tears everywhere.
And
People
everyone was so
like,
confused. Everyone
yeah.
was just like, this.
Justin walks off at the ceremony. He tries to give it to Susie. Susie's like, no, no, you
Oh
can't
my
do
God,
that.
he tried to give it to Susie. She literally was
Yes.
like, what are you doing? What are you
Yeah.
doing?
She was
And then
like,
she's like,
no,
I don't want this
no, I
rose.
can't do
He
this.
leaves.
And then she
She goes
follows
back.
him. She
Yeah.
follows him. And then Lexi's like, no, I'm not doing this. And
Lexi's
she's
not
like,
doing this.
I'm
No.
leaving.
Yeah.
No. We got Spencer narrating this, saying, oh, we've got this happening. Susie's walking after them. Lexi
Spencer.
storming off. It's a bloodbath.
Oh,
Spencer.
something we kind of forgot to mention was that before that rose ceremony, um, Justin and Lexi were talking, and Lexi kind of was saying, oh, I still want to give this a shot.
Mhm.
So she kind of like, tried to get back in his good graces. And like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say that it was for the rose, but it definitely, uh, it
The
could have gone
time.
either two ways. It could have gone him choosing himself moving forward with a beautiful, amazing girl, Lexi,
Mhm.
or choosing his ex's feelings over his own potential happiness. And like, he made the wrong decision either way.
Mhm.
But it was a little questionable. I do see why he was confused by what Lexi said.
Yeah.
And that kind of brings us to the drama that has unfolded since. On social media, they are in each other's comments on social media about this episode. And basically, Justin saying, like, we talked a lot before the rose ceremony, and you had been saying, like, things wouldn't work with us long term because, like, I don't remember who's in Atlanta, who's in Los Angeles, but like, we're long distance.
He's in Atlanta. He's in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, we're long distance. We're both business owners. Like, it just wouldn't work. So they both had kind of resolved to like let it go.
Mhm.
Anyway, so there was just a lot that wasn't shown,
Yeah.
and they're very mad at each other. Honestly, I just think they both were not right for each other. So moving on.
Yeah. And I also feel as though with Justin, seeing Susie kind of just threw him for a loop, and I feel as though even though he felt like he was sacrificing his happiness, I think what maybe he thought made him happy without realizing was to see Susie happy and for him
Yeah, he
to
chose his
see and have the
ex. That's
opportunity.
it. He
Yeah, and that was
literally chose
really
his
sad.
ex.
He did, and that
Because
was
really, what
really
would have happened the
sad.
next day? They both would have been in paradise.
Yeah,
That's what we're not, oh, sacrificing your own happiness. Actually, you're just choosing your ex. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, that's
Like
what it was.
subconsciously, that's what happened there.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
but yes, he did frame it as sacrificing his own happiness.
yeah, which no, I don't think that's what it was, and I'm
I
not
think it
trying
was
to be, like,
sacrificing Lexi.
being nefarious, but, like, I just yeah, I just that's what it seemed like, but you
I
know what?
just,
Like we
yeah,
always say, if it was meant to be, it would
would be.
have happened.
Hmm. And honestly, I hate to say it, but I knew he would do something like
Yeah,
this.
you
I
were like,
knew he would like
"Justin, I don't
not
know,
quite get
like,
paradise again. I don't know. I just like
it's
had
not
bad
for real."
feelings about, and it's not even him. It's like just the situation. I was like, this is not going to work out. Like
It's just maybe it's just not for you on the show in this
at
format,
this
and that's
time,
okay because
yeah,
most people don't meet through these shows, and that
no,
goes for the rest of Bachelor Nation.
yeah,
Many people have been on these shows for the past 20 plus years, did not meet their significant other on the show. A very
yeah,
small number did, and very even less than that have actually continued with relationships and gotten married and started families
ah,
and all that stuff. But I do understand they all just have so much in common that no one could possibly understand.
yeah.
They
It's the Bachelor Nation.
kind of,
Like,
yeah, link together in these cities where they live,
yeah.
and they just understand each other. But there's that.
Anyways, yeah.
So, anything else about that before we move
Um,
on? I
I
can't
think the only other notable thing was that Jeremy did pick Bailey
Mhm, that's right.
over Susie, which
Mhm.
they went on a date and they had a good time. Although, I mean, I think the vibe was definitely that he liked Susie more than she liked him. And
Yes.
I don't really know why he didn't pick Susie. I guess it's just because he spoke with Bailey and she kind of like reassured him.
Yes.
And, he's an interesting guy. Like, I feel like he you know, has this air of confidence. He has
Mhm.
like as you said, like oh no, that was about Brian, but they kind of have this like feeling of like I can get any girl, I can do what I want.
I think he does too, yeah, but not as
But
obnoxious as
yeah,
Brian.
exactly. It's like he has that. That's like
Mhm.
a facade almost. I
Yeah.
think in his heart, he really does want to be accepted
Yes.
by a girl. And
Yeah.
I think that Bailey's the only one who's accepted him, but
Mhm.
he wants someone like Susie, but like Bailey accepting him means more to him.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, so that was just something we will follow up with that in our next segment about
Yeah.
episode 3. But yeah, I think that is like literally it. I mean, Jonathan chooses Alex, we already mentioned that.
Mhm.
Dale chooses Kat.
Yeah.
So the girl's leaving. Well, it's kind of TBD at this point, but definitely Allie Joe's leaving. Zoe's leaving, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, who else
Susie,
is Susie's
we think
well, at this point in the
yeah,
episode, it's
we
like,
don't
what is
know,
she gonna do? Yeah, Lexi is
and we don't
leaving. So,
yeah, and we don't know about Jill at this
and
point.
Parisa.
Yeah. Well, no, at
Um,
Teresa, um, Brian already
oh,
chose
Brian picked
this one.
Parisa. Yeah, so that was the other one. I'm
Yeah.
glad about that though. I mean, I don't love Brian, but I definitely think that Parisa is more his
I like
speed.
her.
I think she could probably keep him in line better than Zoe could. And
Yeah,
honestly, like he wasn't into Zoe anymore. I'm sorry. It was very obvious.
part of me just feels like he thought she was hot, like, on
Yeah.
the first week, and he did wanna be into her, but then he was always looking for the next best thing.
Yeah. And he did say Parisa was very his type.
Yeah, he
So
did.
like at the end you can't really fault the guy,
No, but how he
but
did it
the
was bad.
handling of it
Yeah.
was shitty.
Yeah,
And I think also like in general, he could have like talked, yeah, like he could have just talked
he
to her about
should've.
it better.
He
She's
should've.
a sensitive person. She needs more of a like a warning for a warning of that kind of thing.
Yes. She needs a guy
Anyways.
who's more emotionally in tune and isn't gonna sit there and turn it around and gaslight her for
Mhm.
being honest with her feelings, and she just needs someone
Yeah.
who's gonna dote on her and treat her really well. That's what I feel like she needs, not a guy that's just gonna be like, oh, he's immature for her.
Mm-hmm. But
But
all right. Also, wait, Jill did come on, right? No?
yeah, Jill came on,
Jill
but
did join. Yeah.
Jill is
And she
there.
had a date with Jonathan. Did we miss all that? I'm
I
sorry.
don't remember which episode that was in.
I
Was it
know.
in
I'm like, wait, but
episode
Jill,
2 or 3?
yeah, Jill did come episode 2. She had a date with Jonathan. It didn't
That was
really go anywhere. It fizzled. They had a
yeah.
weird talk, didn't they?
Um, yeah, because he basically
Yeah, he said,
no,
"You're
that
making
wasn't
this hard."
they had
Yeah, we didn't really see that, but he
yeah,
said to her because there was like a flashback where he
yeah,
was
but I
like, "You're
don't
making this
know.
hard on me," and he made that
Yeah.
weird voice,
I
which I
know.
actually thought that was really cute. That's very her coded. She has a lot of weird voices and little mannerisms, I have to say.
She's got like a goofy personality, just like a
Hmm.
quirky type of personality.
Very goofy.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was he basically it almost sounded like he was leading her on, which was weird.
Mm, yeah.
But we'll
Well,
get
that is what happened. Okay. Yep. Let's keep it moving.
yeah.
End scene, episode
Yeah.
2. Let's talk about episode 3. We
Yes.
pick up rose ceremony.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
So the bloodbath, as Spencer puts it, has occurred. But
Hmm.
now we are seeing that Jesse is talking to Justin in his room and basically asking him, like, what would you like to do? And I'm so sorry this happened the way
Yeah,
it did. I
he
know
would.
you didn't
Justin
want
wouldn't
this.
talk with anyone else. Hmm.
Yeah, Justin doesn't want to talk with anyone else. And Justin is just basically like, I sacrificed my that whole thing again. And yeah, he cares about Susie and how they made and like they said that they would take care of each other. And I'm sorry, blah blah blah. And
Yeah, already heard
and
this. Yeah.
then Jesse is kind of like, he's like, oh, we got to keep the show moving. So can I give your rose to someone else, even though you're
Yeah.
leaving? He's like, yeah,
Right.
no, I'm okay with that. I'm fine. And so Justin, we find out, picks Jill to give the rose
Yeah.
to Jill.
Which I thought was nice.
Yeah, because they're
Who
friends. He
else is he
knows
gonna?
her.
Yeah, like who else would he have given it to? And honestly, she does deserve another
Yeah,
chance. Like
yeah,
she was barely there.
yeah,
She didn't get picked by the guy she likes.
yeah.
Like, let's see if she can find love, you know?
Yeah, and I just feel like the guys that are there right now don't really seem like they can match her. I just don't
Mm-mm.
see anyone there right now who can match her. So I hope in
You need
episode
someone with a
4 we
big
see that.
personality to
Yes, and a
come
guy
in.
that's gonna appreciate her sense of humor, and all of that. That's
Yeah.
what I feel like she deserves. But so Jesse comes back, he talks to the group. He says that Justin is gonna actually give his rose. He's leaving, but he's giving his rose to Jill. Jill first says, "No, like basically I can't accept that." And the other's like, "What? No." And Susie's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Girl, just take the rose." She's like, well, did he actually use my name? This is what Jill says. Guys. Yes, Jill.
Girl, just
Yes, Jill.
they're leaving. You know, they need another girl. It's
Yes.
fine.
So
Anyways.
she accepts the rose. We see Allie Joe leave, which, by the way, also, she was giving, like, as Spencer put it, death stares to Dale this entire time.
Yeah.
Poor Allie
Hmm.
Joe, though, when she leaves, though, she's like, it's just my person's out there, someone else. And she's like, I hope at the
Yeah,
end.
I like her,
You
you
will find
know?
that person.
She
Like,
would have
it's
been
just not
good on
here.
Paradise,
It's
but
not here,
doesn't she
And
remind you of Kelly Kapowski?
not her personality or anything, but
Yeah,
her
but
look.
like her
Yes.
look. Yeah.
She's like
Oh my God.
seems like a smaller version of Kelly Kapowski for
Yeah.
sure.
Hmm.
And so she leaves. Of course, Zoe leaves, and Zoe walks out like the model she is, and she is like still so pissed with Brian, but I know that she at this point has already gotten through it because this is already filmed. But yeah, so she goes home and hoping for the best for Zoe to find the right guy who deserves her. We also see Susie leave and go home. So she goes, she's there like less than 24 hours. Crazy that she was only there such a short amount of time.
I like Loki. I'm like, I really hope they don't run into each other at the airport. You know, because like there's so much that happens outside. Like they could be there for 2 more days,
Yes.
until their flight or something,
And they both fly to LA.
Hmm.
So,
But
oh, sorry,
it's
guys, I booked you on the same flight.
Yeah. Let the
What?
drama unfold. Oh my God, though. Like, I have to say, I was so pissed about Jeremy. Like, the next day,
Mhm,
he
mhm.
wakes up and his first thought is, man, I should have given Susie. Is she still here? I should have given, I'm going to slide into her DMs when this is over.
Yes! Talking to the
Like,
guys in the pool.
I literally could strangle him through this through
Yeah,
the TV. I was
that's
so
right.
mad, and it only gets worse.
It
Ugh.
gets so much worse after that because then we have Andrew come. Well, wait, the
Yay.
Goldens came before him.
Oh yeah,
So
we
let's
need
get
to
into
talk
the
about the
Goldens.
Goldens. The
The
Goldens, they come up on a
Goldens.
cruise ship, just like
Ah!
literally loving life. And I
Gotta
have
love
to
that.
say, I was like
Love that.
I was like definitely very wary about them joining, but they are totally a breath of fresh air
They
after
are.
all that drama.
Oh my gosh.
They're just like excited. They're happy to be here. They're funny. They're cute. It's very refreshing, actually. And like, I'm still not sure if I want to see them make out with each other or with the youngins, but
Oh,
uh, you know, it's refreshing. They're really cute.
the
They're fun. Yeah.
they are refreshing. I don't want to say they're cute just because I feel like it's like saying they're like animals or kids.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But,
You're
like,
right.
they are just, like, doing their thing, and I
They're
love that they're
silly.
there. They're so silly.
Yeah.
They're fun and
They're
free.
like playing what is that game in the pool? Chicken? No.
What were they playing? I know
When
they were
it's
playing
like you're
something.
on
What
the
was it?
person's shoulders and you fight.
Yeah, but that was so fun. Like,
Yeah.
it was just really cool. They're there just living their lives. We already are starting to see some connections there as well. We have April and
Chicken fight.
Jack.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Go on.
Like, yeah. Jack, we find out, is a serial dater outside of the Bachelor universe. And he is
Mm.
all about, let's just do this. So he goes in for a kiss with April because he's attracted to her. And he's like, hey, she's the one I'm looking for right
Which,
here.
by the way, she is a hot commodity already on this
Yes.
show. We love
April.
her. Go April. And
Yeah.
I love that she's rimming with Cat. They
Yes.
are so cute. They're like two peas. It's just fun. I did not think they would be rooming cross generations like that, but I really like that. I feel like that's giving us a lot more of that like intermingling that we weren't
Yes.
sure was going to happen.
Yes. I
So,
really do like that. And it's also just a nice opportunity, I think, for the younger cast to learn something from the golden cast too, that
mhm.
sometimes these things aren't that serious.
Mhm.
Um, but so yes, April's a hot commodity. Jack's into her. Kim is into her, the naval captain. He's over
Yes.
there massaging
Like,
her.
whoa, these
So
guys are like forward, and
they're
Jack's
moving
like about
faster
to
than they
fight
did on
him.
Golden
I was like,
Bachelor.
woo. And then April's just like doing her own thing. Oh my God, she literally hits on Jonathan at the end. She's like, have a
Hilarious.
good night, second door on the right if you need me. It's like, okay, April. And he's literally just like I feel like he was shocked and just like, what? But he was low
Yeah,
key like excited. He was like telling everyone, he's like,
yeah.
she just
He
hit
was
on me. I
he
can
was
kind of
like,
see it.
"Look at me." Well, yeah, we find out at the end of the episode. We'll get to that, but
Mhm.
Jonathan did not forget that. Let's just say that.
Mhm.
So, we do see our golden, like we said. So we're going to quickly just say who the Goldens are, just to remind everyone. We have Kathy, we have Natasha, we have Leslie, and April. Those are the first four Golden Bachelor contestants there. Then we have from the Golden Bachelorette, Jack, RJ, Kim, CK, and Keith. And that, I believe, is all of them. And
Mhm.
already we have Natasha and I think it's RJ hitting it off because they were holding hands on the beach as well. And then, of course, like we said, Jack and Kim are both into April. And we'll get to Kathy and Keith.
Yes.
But so far, that's what's happening. And then
Yeah.
after they arrive and they are mingling with the younger cast, we have Andrew come in.
Mhm.
And Andrew was also on Katie Thurston's season of The
And
Bachelor.
we liked him. Well,
He's
you
a
didn't
nice,
we didn't do the recap back then. I liked
yeah, we
him.
didn't do the
I
recap back then.
remember
I
liking
have
him. He
not
went pretty
seen her
far
season,
far. Yeah.
but I am familiar with him from socials.
Mhm.
So, yeah, he comes in, he seems like a nice guy, and he is interested in Bailey and Alex. He talks to both of them, but then he decides to ask Bailey on the one-on-one date that he got.
Which I'm very glad he did, because I
Mhm.
think Jeremy needed to see that.
Yes.
Although in the end, I think it kind of ruined their connection a bit, but whatever.
Well, that's Jeremy's fault.
Ugh,
Because this
it
is
was
so silly. So Bailey gives Jeremy the courtesy of telling him and basically saying, "Hey, Andrew asked me on this one-on-one, and I just, I'm going, I'd like to go." And Jeremy responds,
gaslighting
so
her.
yes, so like he's just it's just so unfair. He's being so unfair. He's the one, even though she doesn't
It
know
pissed me
this.
off.
He's the one who's been talking about Susie so much
He
and has
literally
known her.
called Susie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we
that was
skipped that part.
after this. Yeah,
No, it
in his
was, oh,
no, it
yeah,
was
you're right.
yeah,
You're right.
in his
It was. Yep.
ITMs because he was upset about Bailey, and all of a sudden it's like he's
He's
doing a knee-jerk
spiraling.
reaction.
Yeah.
He wants to just find someone else so he doesn't have to feel the hurt and maybe hurt her too because she's hurting him. And she feels awful because she is empathetic. It feels awful that she's
She
hurting
is so
him.
sweet. Yeah.
Yes, she's being so
He
sweet
just
about it.
guilts her. Made me
Yes.
so mad.
So
Like,
messed up. Guilting her like that.
uh
What? Mm-mm, that's not
but
right.
anyways, yeah, so like as soon as they finish that talk and like she
Mhm.
feels bad and he's like kind of like I guess still into her. He
Yeah.
like runs to the producer's room and is like, "Is Susie still here? Can you
Mhm.
call her? Get her back on here. Call her
Yeah.
right now." It's like,
He's like
boy,
demanding
she's
and
not
ordering
gonna
them.
want to come back. She literally was like, "I'm not getting
Yeah.
off this plane. I'm not coming back.
She's like, yeah, we had a fun time, but
I'm not leaving the
yes,
plane.
Susie. Yes.
Goodbye." And then he was just like, "All right."
Well, shoot or shoot.
Literally, he's like, "Shooter's gonna shoot," and then it said next to him like, "Has terrible aim."
Oh
I will
my,
say they are still keeping up with their good
yes,
captions. Their little,
yes. Their lower thirds descriptions
yeah,
are
the
on
descriptions
point.
are still good. I have to always remind myself to look at them because I miss them so much. But when you
Yeah,
catch one like that, it's just too
funny.
funny.
Yes. I love
So,
it.
but yeah, so that is kind of where we're at. Let's
Yeah,
see,
with that.
April and Jack, they're making out in the pool.
Mm. They play the game that I know
Uh-huh.
you did last
Yeah.
summer,
Oh
secret
yeah, let's talk
game.
about that.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like shocking to me. I was like, some of those, okay, so they played a game. They had to
Mhm.
each share a secret and you had to vote on whose it was. We know whose most of the secrets were, right?
Yeah, because they showed us
They
in, like,
showed us.
ITM, like,
Yeah, and the
quickly.
people will talk about their secret, but like over there, they didn't really know who anyone's secret was until the end.
Yeah.
The winner was
Yeah.
Kathy.
Oh, oh, and
I
what was
feel
her
like we
secret,
needed her to
Julia?
explain it. She didn't explain it. I
Nope.
was really hoping we had a little bit of an innocent explanation, but her secret was that she had slept with someone else while her partner was like in the house or something.
Mhm.
Oh my God. And I was really hoping that they would be like, hey, it was my kid. I slept in the same bed as my kid or something. But no, she's just like, yeah, that was me. Whew, okay. Anyway, she won. She won a
Yeah.
VIP little key.
VIP suite with the hot
Yeah.
tub, champagne.
Yes. So she took Keith, which I
Mhm.
think was really cute. They seem to have fun with each other. I don't
Yeah.
know if they really have that passion, that
Yeah.
spark,
Yeah.
but they definitely had a good time.
Mhm.
Do you want to share some other secrets that we heard about or like
Oh
we
my
know who
gosh.
some of them
I was
were?
surprised by the one golden guy, I think it was RJ.
RJ,
He was a what was the
a
term for
play
it?
toy,
A
playmate,
playboy or playboy
playmate, I
for a
think.
female couple one summer.
Hmm. And he just came to help them out when they
Yeah.
needed him, and that was interesting. Yep, that
He
was a
said it
good
so with such a
one.
straight face in the ITMs, like, it was just, "Yeah, I mean, I just did that for a female
Wow,
couple, and, whenever they called on me, and I went, and,
it was a good summer.
fun summer." Yeah, good summer. Well,
Oh, good
and you
for
wouldn't think that
him.
guy would do
I
that.
know.
Just
Yeah. What were some other ones? I feel like I'm like forgetting the other ones. I mean,
Um,
Dale, was he the one with the OnlyFans for
the
his feet?
feet. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was Dale. Oh, Jess
Honestly, get
was
it,
the
Dale.
one who said, right? Jess was the one who said that she
Oh,
used to
yes.
toot in middle school or something and blame it on a boy, and everyone thought it was Goldens because of the toot.
Toot.
She was like,
But she's so cute. Toot. Wait, April had a good one, which I'm like,
$500,000. I knew it'd
she
be
found
April.
$500,000, but
I
she
had such
kept
a
it.
feeling. I
And
had such a feeling
yeah,
it was
I
April.
also had a feeling it was April, but I'm also like, keep that to yourself, April. You don't want any gold diggers coming
Oh,
after you. But
right?
I do think that was a crazy one to read. Yeah, those were, some of them were kind of
Yeah.
tame, but some of them were kind of crazy. But those are the ones I remembered. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
they didn't do a rose ceremony at all.
but we had someone else come
Yeah.
too. And that was Sean, who's
Oh
from Charity's season of
yeah.
The Bachelorette
Sean.
and a
I
good
like
friend
him.
of Joey. And he was also on
Yeah.
The Bachelor in Paradise season 2 summers ago, the last season they had. And he's there. And honestly, like he gets the one-on-one date. He decides to take Jill because
Yes.
he feels like Alex, who he's interested in, is already kind of paired off.
Yes, we
So
forgot to mention that she and Andrew
Andrew
did
hit it off.
kiss. They talked and she kind of told him like, "You got to work for it." And like 2 seconds later they were kissing in the pool. So, whatever. Anyways, moving on. But yeah, he liked Alex, but
Yeah.
he chose Jill because she's available.
Yeah, and so they both they had a good time, but it was very platonic, you could tell. And they were just, they both have a sense of humor and they talked about that and how it's a defense mechanism for them.
Yep.
And I'm glad Jill got to go on the one-on-one date because she deserves
Mhm.
that too. And, we'll see what happens, but right now, we may see someone else come before the rose ceremony and fourth
Yes.
episode. I believe there will be for sure because there doesn't really seem to be someone there for Jill or Sean. Oh, and then of course this episode is where we see the conversation between Jill and Jonathan again because Jonathan talks to her again because it's a last ditch effort
Oh my
to
god.
get a rose.
My
Oh, and the guys were watching him like he shows
everyone
up
was
in
just
the
like, what is he doing? He
yeah.
literally comes and he's like, are you okay? Okay, we kind of forgot to talk about how, like, she called him out for leading her on.
Yeah, that's
This
right.
is the follow up conversation where he's like,
Which they
I'm just
didn't need.
checking in on you. How are you doing? I don't even remember what he said, but he was basically
I just want you
kind
to
of
be okay.
kind of saying like the door is still open. But it's too little too late, Jonathan. You
Yeah,
just got dumped by Alex. He
yeah.
hasn't made any effort to talk to Jill all
No,
day.
he hasn't.
The
He
girls
hasn't made
have the
effort.
roses,
Like really?
So it's like, no, Jonathan. And it made me upset. Honestly, we've been rooting for Jonathan. We've been a fan of his. I
I
did
kind of
not
saw this coming.
expect the level of gaslighting
I saw it coming.
and defensiveness. And he was straight up arguing with her.
Yes, he was.
It was too much. And she had to be like, listen, what's your goal here? I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Goodbye. We're done here. I'm done talking to you. Everyone was just watching in awe as he
Yeah.
just crashed and burned. It was so bad. Jonathan,
Unraveling.
please get your shit together. We want good things for you, but we
Please.
cannot condone this. This is
No.
big,
This was not
big
good.
fail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was not a good thing to see. And it's like he was unraveling in desperation. Um,
Rose hunting, as my husband called it.
that's
We
a
need to
good
coin that shit.
one.
I
Yes.
am crediting him, but he's
Yes.
like, he's just rose hunting. I'm like,
Yes.
yes, he is rose hunting.
Thank you. We're gonna
Ah,
be using that for all time here.
yes, yes, we
All the
will.
people who are just rose hunting, that is the term we are.
Yep,
I love it.
it's the nerd word.
Thank you to your husband. I know his
And
name, but
I
I didn't say
and I
that.
told him, I was like, this may be our sign that you need to come on the show. We might need a cameo. He's
Please.
coming up with cute words for us. Like,
He and my husband would be
I
such a good,
know. We
and
should
we
have made
talked
them.
about this.
We should have made them watch the episode last night together.
Oh, it wouldn't have happened right now, but we need
Yeah,
them to come on because their perspective is perfect. It's
I
like when my
know.
husband actually watches with me or I tell him stuff,
Yeah.
he says things that I'm like, Or I'm like,
Or they'll call, my husband likes to
call it.
call things,
Yes.
and like he called the whole drama with who was it, Jeremy and Bailey. He
Oh
called
yeah.
that. He
Mhm.
called the Susie Justin thing.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, she's coming on. It's like, this soon? I don't know. Julia, listen. Anyways, I mean, they're good, but we're better. So
Yeah. I mean, well, we're doing it,
they
but
don't
they
have
could
a
be a
podcast.
nice little
No, but they would be great. Yeah, no, no,
episode.
no. Like honestly, thank you to my husband for that awesome
Yeah.
word. And we really would like to get them on. It's always fun having like a male perspective anyways,
Yes.
for this kind of
Love
stuff.
that.
But
But,
mm.
yeah, so he is just rose hunting, and I also just don't love the way he put it, like, he was turning it around like he just wanted to make sure she was okay.
And then he was like about to cry.
Yeah, I know, what was that? And she's like, "Why do you look like you're about to cry?" He's like, "Because I
I
am."
might. I
I was
might.
like, "Dude, are you acting?
It
Because 'Cause you're
seems
giving me
so
acting."
performative.
He's giving me yes. And
Yeah.
the same thing happened when Alex cut things off with him, and she was getting emotional, and then all of a sudden you hear his voice break. I was like, "Where did that come from?" Excuse
Yeah,
me?
yeah. He might need a stronger older woman to get him in check.
Yeah, let's get him in to, like, get it together, young man.
Oh.
Knock
But
off the tomfoolery.
but it
Like
was honestly so great to see her just like totally not buy
yes,
into it.
I love it.
Totally push him away and be
Yes,
like, "Boy, I'd rather be alone than deal with this."
yes.
You know?
And I feel like, sadly, I think it took a woman in her 30s to put him in his place in that situation,
Mhm.
because let's be honest, when I was in my 20s, I would not have been at a point I mean, in my late 20s, but in my early mid-20s, I think I would have just kinda been confused by that conversation, and in that way, let the guy get away with it, not intentionally, but just have been
Yeah.
like, "Huh? What is happening here? Did I do
Yeah.
something wrong?"
Or take it as like, "Oh, he does care."
No, he
He
does not.
didn't. Sorry, Jonathan, but, like, it's just too little too late, like, if it was
Yeah.
meant to be, it would have been. They
Yeah,
already went on a whole date, and you barely spoke to her after,
yeah,
so, like, no, she's
take
not
a
gonna give you
slap.
the rose. She's
Yeah,
gonna give it to Sean, and then
yeah,
we'll see
good.
if someone else comes that confuses him next week, you know? So that's
Yeah.
it. I was so sad they didn't do a rose ceremony, though.
Yeah, they just there was so much going on,
Too
maybe that's
much, yeah.
why, I don't know, but it was a very interesting episode. Oh, we also see that, well, I guess, yeah, Bailey and Jeremy make up, although I feel like he's still sitting there like
He wants to meet someone else.
yeah, he's always like my husband says, sometimes with men in that age group too, they're even if they have something great, they're always looking for the next best thing. Not all men,
I
not
really
all
hope
men.
that Brian, like, isn't like that with Parisa. I feel like
I think
part of him really could, like, tone it
yeah,
down if
part
he
of him,
likes her,
part of him. But I still
but
think it's
I'm very,
be the
yeah,
next best thing.
skeptical. Yeah.
Because you also have to see, like, a guy does not flip the script that quickly. It's different if a guy's like that, like, when he's in his 20s, and then he gets to his 30s and he's not like that anymore. That's different. But a
Mhm.
man who literally just treated Zoe the way he did, gaslighting her, ignoring her, and it's not that he went to Parisa, it's not that. They fit more. It's the way he did it. He didn't do
Yeah.
it well. And so if he did that so easily and just like
Yeah.
that, you have to wonder, would he do that to Parisa too?
Yeah.
Same, I mean, it's like what? The same month, like it's not gonna change
Yeah.
that. But I do hope, I think a part of him wants to be with her only, like you said, like I feel like he wants that, but I also feel like he's not quite finished with that stage of his life of what's the next best thing? Oh, who's just
Right.
up? Who's that?
Mhm.
We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're together right now and they're gonna be on you know, the reunion show and they're gonna be like, yeah, we're together. Which
Yeah.
is great for them. It's good, guys.
Mhm.
But he just hasn't shown us a lot of,
Maybe.
there's not a lot of faith in that based on his actions so far in both
Yeah.
The Bachelorette and this show so far.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then aside from that, I'm trying to think. Oh, so Jonathan, like we said, rose hunting and he's feeling desperate. And then in his ITM, he makes some comment like he's not going to be with a golden or something. And then he's like, oh. And then he remembers April and her comment, and then we see in the trailer for next week that he's talking to April.
And she's like touching his abs.
Of course she is.
Oh my
April.
goodness,
Hey,
girl, get it. I
right?
knew she'd do great on this.
This is her element. Bachelor in Paradise is
Her and
her.
Leslie, like, they're
Yes,
gonna do great. I'm
yes.
excited.
I'm so
I'm
excited.
really excited actually about the Goldens. Like, I'm still not sure how I feel about them merging it, but this actually is so cute, like cool to watch,
Yeah,
you know?
I love seeing them. It makes it more fun and lighthearted and all this petty drama. I mean, we've
And
been
I
through it, but
Yeah. And I think like what Wells said in that happy hour episode,
yeah,
it is playing out kind of that like the Goldens are taking more risks and more
yeah,
like silly
yes,
versus like these younger people who are like trying to move very calculated and like be careful, which is good. You know, they're trying to protect each other's feelings. But
mhm,
at the same time, like, this is paradise. Like, you kind of have to take more risks
yeah,
to be successful and really find your person here. So,
yeah, you do. You really do. So, so other than that, I think we're just excited to see what happens next. I do believe,
yeah,
like they keep saying, there's going to be twists and turns, and I kind of wonder, are they going to bring some people back who've already left?
I know. Like, will Susie come
Yeah,
back? I could see Susie coming
I'm
back.
thinking too.
Zoe, maybe.
Zoe, yes.
For
I
men,
uh,
anybody?
did someone
I don't
leave
remember the
who
men
was
who left.
uh the guy that was on Katie Thurston's season, Eric. He was into Bailey. He was
Oh,
really
Kyle.
Kyle. Oh, I feel so
Kyle.
bad. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, Kyle. You're such a
Yeah,
nice guy.
Kyle would be good to
So
bring
nice.
back. But
Um,
yeah, I could see that happening, but I am excited. I feel like they need to bring like bigger people back though. Like it would be cool if like Jen popped up, you know?
uh,
Like
well, I think
I could kind of
they
see her
probably
doing
will,
that.
right? Because usually every season they bring
Yeah,
back,
they usually have like a couple big names.
yeah, that like just appear on the beach to add something to the episode. So
Or
you
join.
know,
I mean like what's her face? Becca came back, you know. It's kind of
yeah,
weird for her.
right.
They were like, "What?" But
Yeah.
then she found love with Thomas.
And Katie Thirst, well, she didn't come back for the show.
Yeah.
She appeared on the show.
Yeah.
But I just think even if they had just some couples show up that were there for a challenge or something,
Mhm.
that'd be fun. Like Charity
Yeah,
and
I'm sure they
Courtney and
will.
Joey and
Kelsey.
Kelsey. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Kelsey. Joey and Kelsey, like that would be
There's
so
so many
fun.
names.
There's so many names, right?
Yeah.
But that would be fun. But this is
So
exciting, guys.
what are your predictions? Do you think any couples are already gonna go far? What do you think?
I think Spencer and Jess will go
Yep.
far. Um, I think Dale and Kat could go far, but I see drama coming. Like,
Yes,
you know,
they're gonna be challenged because
yeah,
honestly, like let's be real, Dale is a hot commodity still. Every girl that walks on,
every
if
girl.
they have the slightest connection with Dale, they're gonna want to pursue it and
Yeah,
distract him.
yeah,
And I think it's gonna take a lot of strength from Kat to allow that in a way where like he can get the full experience while she also gets the full experience, you know, like hopefully she also goes on dates or whatever if he does. But I mean, we definitely see some drama unfold there.
yeah.
I'm excited to see if Jonathan and April hook up. I mean, never know.
I I'd like to see, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see if she
Although
gives
I do like her and
truly
Jack.
gives him the
Yeah.
time of day. I don't know.
I want to see what happens with her, Jack, and Kim.
Mhm. Love
You know,
triangle.
love triangle. Yeah.
And let's
So,
see who shows up for Leslie. I wanna see who she
yeah.
could be into. I'm excited because yeah, she's so
Hmm.
fun.
Yeah.
It's right in there.
And yeah, I think that's everything. I don't think there's any
Yeah,
other like established couples that I'm like really rooting for. I think Andrew and Alex could be cute, so maybe I feel like
yeah,
they really could be cute.
they could work, yeah.
It's never great to be like second choice, but like in this show you have to be
Okay
kind
with
of more confident than that, you know?
yeah. But we'll see though. We'll see what happens. There's more people coming, see what couples
Mhm.
develop. And it's funny too because Wells is sitting there watching everything and seeing who he thinks is actually going to work and who isn't going to work. And he's like,
Yeah.
well, I may be wrong, but I am always right. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, he knows. He knows. And usually, like what he says, I feel like we're already talking about. So
Yeah.
good.
He definitely says what we're all thinking.
Mhm.
So, all
Alrighty,
right.
so that's it, guys. Thanks so much for joining us for this like double episode all in one.
I think we did a good job with the recap. I was
think
worried
so.
we'd be spilling into like 2 hours,
Yeah,
but
yeah, but we did a great job. And
yeah.
guys, we're so happy you joined us for Bachelor in Paradise this summer.
Mhm.
And if you, of course, have any comments or anything, see us
Any
on Instagram,
predictions?
Bachelor Buzz Podcast.
Yes.
And leave us a 5-star review wherever you watch or listen to your podcasts because we only want the 5 stars. And we will see you next week.
Yep. See you guys. Bye.